Have you been filled with the Spirit yet? Have all these experiences and extraordinary things happened to you? Have you pleaded for it, begged for it, and even fasted for it? Is that what we're called to do, though? I don't think so. I know I've heard that, but when I look at the text, Ephesians 5:17, in its context, chapter 5, I see things differently. I see Paul calling us to reject what is of darkness, right? The deeds of the flesh, and to put on the new man, to live in the light. And isn't it normal if we live in the light, then the Spirit will fill us more and more because He is a God of light? See, it's like in Colossians where he says, put to death the deeds of the flesh, and then put on Christ like characteristics. And then he says something really interesting because he adds in Colossians, a sister epistles of Ephesians, he adds that we should being filled with the Word. See, when you forget that the very Bible, Word of God, is the words of the Spirit Himself, He wrote it all, every word, He speaks through it all, then you don't realize how it's interconnected. Being filled with the Word is to be filled with the Spirit because the Spirit is connected to the Word. So again, living it in the light. But then, does that mean extravagant, exciting experiences? Well, no, because Paul then adds in both texts that it's about living a normal Christian life, being a good husband, wife, parents, and even slaves. Yeah. I know it doesn't seem so exciting because people like to go to Acts and say, look what happened in Acts. They're filled with the Spirit and 30 things happen. Actually, they just preached the gospel. When the apostles filled with the Spirit, they preached the gospel. A very normal Christian thing to do. Actually, it really seems like this call to be continuously filled with the Spirit, it's about the fact that we need the Spirit to live our Christian lives. Feel free to disagree, but again, go in the Bible. Read Ephesians 5 for yourself and see what does God say. Don't let other men or women tell you how it's supposed to be done and what it's supposed to look like. Go in the Word of God. Now, in case you might say, wait a second, in Acts there's extraordinary moments. Again, I say there's only 4 of them for specific groups. And after that, when Paul is going to other places, it doesn't happen again in that way. Filling in the Spirit means people get saved and then they live their Christian life. It means Paul preaches the gospel and people get saved. So, again, yes, let's be filled with the Spirit, recognizing it's about walking in the light. On that note, brothers and sisters, be blessed.